degrees downtown. That's not bad, really isn't. Literally 85.6 degrees Fahrenheit in here in the office. It doesn't feel like winter at all. Shortest day. It's the shortest day of the year. Well, it's going to get dark early. It really is. That's all it is. Monday, June 21st. Don't think the sun's died early, okay? It's just the shortest day. And I've got to wish everybody a very happy Father's Day on the other side of the world. And also happy Yoga Day as well, apparently. Somewhere in the world it's Happy Yoga Day. So today, I tell you what, let me do this first. Yeah, good point.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today I'm joined, I'm very elated to have Jeremy Noble back, and believe me, we do play his songs, especially on a Country Rock Saturday. He did the stinger for us, you know. He goes, we might play one of my songs, I don't know. Well, he does, and we do. We really do, and he gets a lot of requests for his music. So, having said that, Jeremy's come back for another catch-up. But first of all, let me do this. If you don't know about Jeremy, and I've got to welcome everybody along that's joining us this morning on Facebook Live, if you're going to be watching a little later on over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? You do. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we get important people like Jeremy Noble join us. But if you don't know about Jeremy Noble, check this out. Here's Raised Rowdy at Galaxy. So we've got a couple of minutes. I'm sure you're familiar with the process.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sort of watching you kind of.
Looks like he's going to do the same.
Hey, and that's what I was doing the same thing.
Yeah. I understand, I do. I get a lot of people,
Crazy kids, aren't
I can read their comments and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do have my production manager. She also lets me know little bits and pieces. I mean, the voice in my head. The weird thing about it, Jeremy, as you know, she's my wife. Women love, every woman that I talk to about this, they love the idea that my wife is literally the voice in my head. They take
That's
it.
the way it should be.
Well, yeah, but she bonuses. She gets paid for it. She does. Hey,
And my dog, is there enough light right here on me? Am I good?
You good?
I need
No,
to-
he's good.
Okay.
No, you're good.
Just checking. It's getting late afternoon here, and I just didn't want the sun to be going down and
No,
it start getting dark on me.
you're all good, bro. You really are. You're all good. Jeremy, are you a vegan?
No, far from it.
Okay, no. Well, have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I ask everybody simply because I want to know, are they made of real vegans?
Probably not. Maybe in certain countries.
Yeah, well, there wouldn't be too many vegans in those countries. And Sean Simpson's on board. Nice to have you on board, sweetie. Welcome back. No, the reason I asked that too, I actually did ask a vegan. He refused to answer the question. So I asked him another one. I said, you know, do you vegans all hang out together? He goes, well, yeah, we kind of do. I says, do you go out for a drink on a Friday night? Do you go to the pub? Yeah. I says, if you get too drunk and you get upset with each other, do you go out to the car park for a little knuckle up? Because it has been happening. Yeah, okay, why? What do you know? I says, does that mean to say you still have a beef with each other? If he hits you in the face, is that a slap in the chops?
They could answer it, couldn't they?
Yeah, they go, well, no, you know, I'm sorry, I'm a meatitarian. Confirmed, you know, meteorologist, for sure, you know. I'm not a vegetarian. Well, you got to wonder, I mean, I was asking somebody today whether they had had their jabs or not. They actually have. And I said, which one did you have? And they went, Pfizer. And I went, oh, they had the Pfizer. I said, you really, you got to wonder about this Johnson & Johnson stuff. I mean, my goodness. I mean, what are you going to be putting in there? Baby oil? And how many babies does it take to make a bottle of baby oil?
Brother-in-law lives in a little week.
Does it take twice as many to make it into a powder? These are the questions that just elude me, Jeremy, I tell you.
They just got to be answered. They got to be answered.
They do, believe me. I want to rename the moon. I'll tell you about that one soon, bro. You'll understand.
Oh, good house.
Oh, wow, that closed off very, very quickly. Let's do this. And Sean Simpson says hi from Rockford, Illinois. Nice to have you on board, Sean. It really, really is. Today I'm joined by a good friend of ours. Yes, Jeremy Mays-Noble has come on back from Alabama. Now, he's also a host of Rock and Roll Basement Radio at Rock 105.9. He's another DJ. He's going to give me a bit of stick. I can feel it coming on. I can. Nice to have you back, Jeremy. Welcome back to Galaxy.
Thank y'all for having me back. I wish I was there right now because it sounds like the weather there is a whole lot better than it is here.
Yeah, you don't want
all this hair don't like hot weather.
Well, at the same time, I mean, you know, you're insulated for winter, aren't you?
Yes.
And it is winter here, but 18.5 degrees Celsius, literally 86.1 degrees Fahrenheit in the office here, which is not cold in any way, shape or form. It's not. It doesn't feel like winter. It really doesn't.
Right. I can take it. I love cold weather.
I tell you what, I was talking to a guy the other day. He says he's got a bear in his cherry tree, and I'm going, what the heck are you doing with a bear in your cherry tree, for goodness sake? I mean, we don't get bears here where we are, you know what I mean? And he's going, oh, yeah, no worries, you know. Now, what's the weather like there at the moment, Jeremy? I heard it was not the best.
Well, right, so today's better than it was yesterday. We had a tropical depression come through yesterday, and it kind of sprouted some tornadoes down in South Alabama.
Right.
And we're up here in North Alabama, and all we got was just rain. It rained, had heavy wind, and it was just, it was miserable yesterday because it did nothing but rain.
Well, I tell you what, in the news this morning, it actually had something about 10 dead after a bus and many cars collided on one of your motorways over there, absolutely drenched. Now, got a feel for the families of everybody concerned there.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday. That was South Alabama also, I-65, and I travel that road a lot. I mean, I have a lot of places I play down there in South Alabama, and I drive right through where that wreck happened. And you know, you have certain sections of that interstate where it does that, and that's one of them.
That's a shocker, my friend. And well, you know, for those families concerned, we do send our sympathies from us here in New Zealand. We really do. Believe me, we don't need that sort of thing happening this time of the year. Well, this time of the world's history, actually. Quite a surreal time with the COVID virus happening. How's it going over there for you guys?
We have now started opening back up. Everybody's kind of a lot of the opening up. More people can enter into buildings, and 100% capacity at the baseball games now. And we just had a concert Friday night in Huntsville, Alabama, with Ashley McBride. She played up there, and I saw pictures from it, and it was just full of people, and it was great to see that. I'm happy. I've probably had since we've opened back up, I've played maybe 6 or 7 shows, and had just a ton of people at them, and it's very exciting. Man, for me, it's great to see after playing during COVID, during the lockdown. I had a few sparse shows at some places, and there wasn't that many people there. And then, but to see more people coming out and having a good time, man, it's awesome.
You know, Jeremy, for a while there, it seemed like everybody would, it didn't matter whether it was the opening of a shoebox. They would just gather just to be a part of it because it was getting very, very weird. But hopefully, very, very shortly here in New Zealand, we're going to be able to open up our borders as well and start doing international shows again, get back to the normal, which, believe me, Jeremy, I'm certainly hanging out for. I don't know about you, but I would love to have some internationals back into this country and get back to work. I really want to do that. Now, over there at the moment, with the COVID and everything going on, and, you're also... well, you're a host of a radio station. Now, I want to know more about this. Believe me, radio. It's Rock and Roll Basement Radio at 105.9. Is that FM?
Yes. Yeah, it's based out of Alabama here, and it's a rock station, and they play classic rock like Leonard Skinner and the Allman Brothers and Foreigner, Journey. Then they play a little newer stuff, Pearl Jam and Guns N' Roses and stuff, and then even newer stuff. But I get to have the show on Sunday mornings. I did the show earlier this morning, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. our time. And when I do my show, I do alt country and Americana and play a little bit of everything.
There you go. Believe me, I love that. I really, really do. How long have you been doing hosting as a DJ?
This September will be 3 years. That'll be our show will be 3 years old this September.
Yeah, I knew Barbara would bring me a formidable opponent.
Well, hey, I'm living and learning what to say and not to say, what to say and not to say on the radio.
Believe me, there's 7 words you can't say on radio, and I'm not going to say them here, to be honest with you. Check out George Carlin.
Yes, I have watched that many a times. Listened to it in a van many a times on the road. I mean, we listened to George Carlin and Cheech and Chong, and it was really great because about a month ago I got to air my interview that I did with Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong, and probably one of my favorite guests that I've had on the show.
You were going to have to set me up.
That's what everybody's telling me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hold you to that. I really am.
I'll hook you up. I hook up my friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Believe me, I'll get you down in New Zealand. Believe me, they love you there.
Hey, I've been looking, man. I'm ready for everything to open back up because we were just talking about this the other day. I'd love to come down for 3 weeks, a month, and just spend time down there and play and just go just nonstop because that's it's different. It seems like everywhere else. I've had friends that have told me about coming and playing in New Zealand, and then they have also played over in England and Ireland and other countries and stuff, and they tell me that it's a whole different. People come there, it's quiet. They listen to the music. And they invest in the music, and that's somewhat different than what you get here. You get that at some shows, but that's a little bit different experience than you get here in the States.
Well, we're humble people, and moreover, to be very straight up with you, Jerry, we're friendly. You know what I mean? Unpretentious. We like the music. We want to appreciate the music. We want to be able to appreciate the artist, no matter whether it's the drummer, the bass player, the keyboardist, the harp blower, the lead singer, whoever is involved. We want to be able to appreciate that. So when we go and see a show, we want to be able to show it that we actually do appreciate the music that's being presented to us. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I love it.
having said that, if you had alcohol, you'll get the typical American crowd, won't you?
Yeah, a lot of alcohol. A lot of
yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah,
They have the alcohol at the show, and then I have to have the alcohol to take some of the folks.
Well, you'll be surprised, but I've actually recommended, having some alcohol testing and tasting as they enter. Here's your ticket, here's your alcohol. You know what I mean?
I like that idea.
Believe me, it works. It does. You get, especially if you have people wanting seconds or something like that. Well, okay, go on, have another one. We'll pick you up in a wee while. Literally from the floor.
What are you serving?
Yeah, I've done that. I have done that. I really have. It makes for a good night too. I got to be honest. Somebody suggest no, we don't do the if it's wrapped in tissue paper thing at parties. That's somebody else's department. And usually you'll find me hovering between two of them, to be honest with you. But never mind. That happens. Jeremy, I kind of feel like I might be coming down with a drinking problem, but drinking ain't the problem, is it?
No, it's not. It's not. Definitely not. I don't have a problem drinking.
No, me neither. It's my favourite sport, I got to be honest with you.
It is mine too.
Yep.
Keeps me going.
There you go. So, tell me a little bit about drinking ain't the problem. Where did you come up with the lyrics for this?
So, we were going to have a writing session in Nashville, and a buddy of mine had a room for us, and somebody else had to come and was doing some stuff recording in the room, and so he said, just go down to my living room. So me and another buddy sat down on the couch, and I had, we were trying to think, let's write, man. I mean, we might as well. We ain't got nothing better to do. And so we sat there, and I had 3 different songs, and we decided to put those 3 songs together, and this song came out of it. And because he was just like, he looked at it and he goes, dude, there's no way that you can do, this is the song. He said, here's your chorus, here's your verse. And what's funny is some of it is 2 choruses. It's like all choruses. It's like the whole thing is like a chorus. But he said, no, man, you could use this as a verse, and this is your chorus. And so he sat down, started kind of strumming along some stuff, and then we started kind of going with it. But the basis of it is just to think about, sometimes you talk about the breakup, and you talk about how, oh God, man, he started drinking again. He's out there drinking. He's doing this, man. He's doing it, man. That's not the problem. The drinking was going on before the breakup. The drinking's not the problem. The other person's the problem. So I think we can all relate to that.
Bro, you and I are on the same page, but believe me, my production manager is going, I don't understand. She will, yeah, one day, maybe. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Jeremy Maysnavel. Drinking ain't the problem at Galaxy. Gosh, it's hot in here. It really is sweltering. Dear, dear, dear. Usually we go up by about 10 degrees because of the computers and everything in here. So believe me, in the summertime, I lose weight.
Our studio at the station is, we look out onto the main broad downtown Gadsden area, and we have this big windows, and it just, the sun sets and it comes down right through that window, or sunrise. But during the day when I'm in there, it seems to be good. But if it's sunny and bright outside, it's still heat just coming through those windows. I know how you feel.
We've got the same deal going on here, but at least we've got Kiwi air conditioning. Yeah, it's called Open the Damn Window. We're
that sounds like we just bought a house, and we've been in here since February, and we've got screens to put on. I'm trying to get them in here and get them set up on on the windows so we can start opening our windows. They're, you know.
Have a look at this. Oh, there we go. Can you read that?
My wife said she wants to talk after I finish my beer.
Where you could just show.
That's a good one.
He's using a fork. There we go. There. You got a sense of humour. Would never have thunk it. Dear. So, my goodness. A whole new working week. It's Father's Day over there.
Yes.
Oh, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, we've had all the festivities today, and it's been great. Got to see my dad today, spend some time with him, and he's the basis of that first song, Raised Rowdy. I mean, him, you know. So then we spent some time with Holly's dad, and got to spend time with them and everything. I bought him a case of beer for Father's Day. So
love that. Let's get back to the desk.
You are. Galaxy.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Absolutely elated to be joined by Jeremy Noble again here, coming out of Alabama. And believe me, it's a great place to be. It really, really is. I've been to Alabama a couple of times, actually. Never spent enough time there to get to know anybody, but had a little look around and absolutely loved it. I really, really did. Now, having said that, with it being a rather surreal time right now, and I realise that you've just gone out and got yourself a job.
yeah. Had to do something to pay the bills.
Yuck. I'm sorry. Funny taste in my mouth when I say that word. You know, blah. It's like work. It's a four-letter word around here, work.
It is. It is for me too.
There you go. But are you writing new stuff at the moment? Are you doing more recording right now?
We're writing and about to start recording. We have some more stuff that we want to put out, and I just, I get kicked with some inspiration, and then I get on a little kick, and that's what's going on right now. A lot of guys that I know went through the lockdown, and they did a lot of writing and all that during the lockdown, and man, I just got out. I went out and we hiked, go to waterfalls, just spent some time out in nature, and now I'm home. I work, I come home, and when I come home, I go back to work because that's when we start writing. I have a buddy in Nashville that I'm working with, Sean Rivers, and his big thing is set goals every day. You have a monthly goal, you have a yearly goal, you have a daily goal, you have a weekly goal, and weekly goal is I send out emails and messages for booking and everything to different places all over the country. Daily goal for me is to write a verse and a chorus. Get a verse and a chorus written, and then come back and work on it and get it completed. And that's what I'm in the process of right now. So I've got a couple of good ones right now that I'm working on that once we get done and get them recorded, I'm definitely sending them to you. But we're ready to get everything. I'm ready to get everything out so people have something. So they have like somewhere to stream it. Right now we have Demons is on Spotify and Apple Music and Google Play and Amazon, all the streaming services and everything through the Rock and Roll Basement compilation that we did. And so that's the only thing we have out right now other than, me putting stuff out myself, other, you know, and stations playing it, because I want it to get out there and get. I just love that grassroots, try to build your following, and that's what I want to do. I don't spend money on Facebook to get people to like me. I don't promote and do that kind of stuff, just because I always wanted to people. If you like my music, you'll like me and you'll support me. And people that just like it and had never heard me before, they'll love it. You know, they'll get to love it. But I want to draw that in organically, because to me that's important.
You know, I understand that. I really, really do. Believe me, we too came from very humble beginnings. As I was saying at the very start of this, it was down to the artists themselves and telling their friends that we actually amassed a following. You know what I'm saying? So I get exactly what you're saying right there. And believe me, bro, very proud of that. I really, really am. I support that 110%. I really do. And am looking forward to having you come back again with some new music. I really, really am. Although maybe, you know, you might be a little sadistic if you want to talk to me again. But okay, I get that. I do.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, exactly. Next time they might let me drink. You never know. This all I'm allowed to have literally is coffee right now. But what do you mean product placement?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That product placement.
Yeah, no. But us, would we dare to promote other people? I don't know. Would I sell out to the man? You know, while I'm doing interviews, I don't know. You know, but I got to admit, you know, I'm kind of liking the cup. They're good friends. They are. Have you heard of the Hammond Brothers?
No, I have not. I'm going to have to check them out now.
Yeah, they're legends, literally in the Hall of Fame, and they record in Nashville.
I'll send him a copy.
Oh, well, I'm definitely going to have to check them out then.
I'll get Barbara to send you something.
No,
You'll love them.
that'll be
You will love
perfect.
them. And in fact, we are looking at bringing them here to New Zealand once the borders open up. Them and a friend of theirs, Chuck, is going to be coming along as well. You never know, we might be able to put you in the seat next to them. What do you reckon?
Hey, I'll squeeze in there.
Yeah.
I'll squeeze in there. That ain't no problem.
Very cool. Love that. Really do. But in the meantime, my friend, we are going to have to move on. But don't go anywhere just yet. Yeah, we do a couple of photos and bits and pieces. Crazy stuff now. Believe me, it's the crazy stuff. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live as well. If you're going to be over there on YouTube later on, you know what to do. Yes, sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Have a great day. See you tomorrow with a new interview. Well, we'll see you next time with a new interview. And maybe, just maybe, you might be able to watch this in a cartoon form very shortly as well. You never know. Let's go out with the Supremes. See you tomorrow.
Now a flashback 45 from the 70s.